Hi everyone. Today we'll take a quick look on how to display easily a video on Swift. So we'll start by opening a project. Here I already opened my project. So it's a project with a storyboard, and as you can see here we have our view controller, and here we have our main storyboard. So how we'll start is we can start by setting up a UI view on the storyboard. The UI view will be used basically to display the video, so it's a container for the video. So we can set it up here and set up the constraints. So the constraint will be 0 at the top, 0 at the left, and 0 at the right. So the UI view will cover all the top of the screen. And then we can set up the height. You can set up at anything you want, but I like 250. And then the next step is how do you use the UI view? How do you can you have an effect on it in your code? How do you call it in your code? So in order to do that, we'll click on Option on your keyboard and then click on View Controller here. It will open up on half of the screen the view controller, and the other half you see your storyboard. And here simply what we can do is click on Control and then click on UI view and then drag up to the view controller in order to create an outlet. So here the outlet, we'll call it video view. So here we are done basically with the storyboard, and we can focus on the code. So import UI kit is the default import on a view controller in the storyboards. So we need to also import AV kit, which is basically the video kit for Swift. And then we can set up some of our variables. So we have variable players is will be AV player, so it will be easier to call it, and then we force unwrap it. And then we have also another variable which we'll call AV player controller, and it will be also the AV player, so it should show here AV player view controller. And basically it will allow us to call them a bit more easily and more clean in the code. Now we have the view did load override function, so we can put our code here in order to display the video. Otherwise you can also build functions, but we'll keep it simple for this video. So the first step is setting up the URL of the video that you want to call. So it has to be a MP4 file, or if you use Vimeo, they provide download links if you have a pro account, as an example. So here it's an example file that we can find on the internet, and the link will be in the description. Then the next step is to set up our player, which will be the AV player, and we'll put in the URL in it, and we'll put the exclamation mark in order to force unwrap it. So just make sure that the URL that you provide is valid, otherwise it will not work. And then the next step is we can set up the controller. So we can set up in the player, so we can set up basically the control, so the pause, opening more the window and all that stuff. And then we'll just set up the view frame size height, the control height equals our video view that frame, that size, that height. So here I have a little mistake to A here. Yeah. So basically we set up our video view, which is our UI view, and we put our video inside it in this next step with the same height, and we can just copy paste it and put it on width. Then the last step is the video view. We can add the sub view. And the sub view will be the AVP controller dot view. Here there's also a small mistake. AVP controller okay, so I made a little mistake again. And then we're basically done. So we can run the code. Here I'll run it on an iPhone 11. It should be quick. So it should take a few seconds to load, and in the meanwhile, here it is. So we should see the video player at the top displaying the video, and it works out very well. So the first time, usually when we open a file from a new project, takes a bit more time, and then the subsequent times it's a bit quicker. So here we see the video, we can play it. The sound controls are here. You can pause, you can control it here, and you can put it on full screen. Good thing with all of this is if you switch the video, if you turn the sides, it also works. So oops. So thank you for watching the video, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Bye.